Hi there, you made it to the Coffee Buzz Club channel. In this video, we will talk about 5 best decaf organic coffee beans on the market today. Coffee lovers seriously can't get enough of coffee for a single day. But some of these people may feel side effects after drinking so much caffeine, like headaches or heartburns. The solution? Decaffeinated coffee. Never sacrifice your love for coffee for something maintainable like health. We all know our health is important, but there are a few ways for you to get the kick you need from coffee without the harmful effects of caffeine. We've given you the best of the best decaffeinated coffees for 2021. Now we present to you the best organic decaffeinated coffee beans. Best organic decaf coffee beans. First on the list. Volcanica Decaf Terrazoo Coffee Costa Rica, medium roast. Volcanica's Terrazoo Decaf coffee blend is from the mountain ranges of Terrazoo. These mountains have cool temperatures that will enable coffee beans to have a smooth, well-balanced, and chocolatey flavor. This coffee is, particularly of single origin. And the company uses the Swiss water method for its decaffeination processes. They ensure a chemical-free process that preserves the original taste of the regular version of the Terrazoo coffee. You might taste nutty and apple-like notes with Terrazoo Decaf coffee. Unlike many common decaf coffees on the market that loses most of the coffee's flavor, Volcanica Terrazoo Decaf coffee is our top pick as the best decaf coffee bean with regard to value and quality. Next. Kona Coffee Decaf 100% Kona Coffee, medium roast. Kona Coffee has always been at the top of their game. The company produces high-end Kona coffee beans, including their decaf coffee. Grown at the slopes of Mauna Loa's volcano, these Kona coffee beans are famous for their aloha taste. Kona Coffee's decaffeinated coffee is one of the elite beans sold on the market. Using Swiss water decaffeination processes, they're able to remove most of the caffeine content within the Kona coffee beans. If you'd like to drink more caffeine than usual, you can also mix your regular coffee with Kona's decaf coffee to cut back on your caffeine consumption while being able to drink coffee. On the other hand, if you want to consume less, perhaps to help you fall asleep, this decaf coffee is an ideal choice. You can drink perfection and have a peaceful rest. Try this different and exquisite decaf coffee. It will definitely put all the other brands to shame. It's that rich aloha taste that people just can't get enough of. Followed with Lifeboost Decaf Coffee, medium roast. Lifeboost has been known in making organic, natural, and best-tasting coffee since it first came to the market. Their decaffeinated coffee is no exception. You'll be happy to know that Lifeboost coffee beans are cared for, hand-picked, and hand-roasted by dedicated local farmers high up in the mountains of Nicaragua. After being picked one by one, these beans are then fermented, water-washed, sun-dried, and rested for the beans to have that rich coffee aroma and taste. Lifeboost isn't just all coffee and no regard for health. In fact, Lifeboost's decaf coffee is tested for the complete absence of toxic substances like mycotoxins, acrylamide, and others. To add, this coffee is also low in acidity. A good thing to add to this coffee brand is that their farmers are treated fairly, as this company participates in fair trade. Not only that they care for their people, Lifeboost also cares for the environment. In choosing the best decaf coffee for you, you should also consider the effects that you, as a consumer, can do for your surroundings. This coffee is well-rounded and balanced, a perfect pair for pastries or for a wonderful coffee-filled morning. Its taste is rich and bold with hints of chocolate, caramel, and a fruity taste. Most coffee connoisseurs will truly recommend this brand as one of the best high-quality organic decaf coffees. You have to give it a try to find out. Then, we have the Joe Coffee No Fun Joe Decaf Coffee, Dark Roast. Joe Coffee has been on the rise in the coffee market. Most of the reviews on their products are from extremely satisfied customers, especially on the Joe Coffee's decaf coffee. With handcrafted roasting, this coffee ensures the product's quality. Which is a good thing to include to this coffee's review. This coffee brand is one of the few that truly cares for their consumers. Joe Coffee takes pride in what they produce, and so far, it's been nothing but high-quality coffee. And not to mention that it's also one of the top brands that are of specialty-grade organic coffees. This coffee is made with perfectly noticeable blueberry and chocolate notes. Perfect for a person who likes their coffee sweet, but wants to cut down on sugar, as well as caffeine. And not only does it have a blueberry taste, it also has that same delicious aroma. Even before you could make your cup of coffee, just a scent of these coffee beans will get you going through your day. Trying to cut back on sugar and caffeine? Give Joe Coffee No Fun Joe Decaf a chance. Last but not least, we have Fresh Roasted Coffee LLC Sumatra Decaf, Medium Roast. Fresh Roasted Coffee is one of the many longtime coffee brands of today. Their decaf coffee surprisingly has the creamy smoothness that most decaffeinated coffees don't. It also has an earthly taste as well as rich chocolate flavor. Like all of the decaf coffees in this list, this too is processed through the Swiss water method. This guarantees that the coffee beans have been processed in a natural manner. All of the Fresh Roasted LLC's coffees including their decaf coffee is roasted through environment-friendly methods. Get premium coffee while saving the environment, one cup at a time. Frequently asked questions about decaf coffee. What is caffeine and how do we remove it from coffee? Caffeine is a chemical that is present in coffee. It is a stimulant, and it stimulates our nervous system to make the drink stay alert and awake. This is the reason for when people drink coffee before bed, they can't sleep. Caffeine is working in the body, thus preventing you to sleep. To remove this chemical from your coffee, there are 4 main methods used today. There are solvent-based processes which are the indirect solvent process and direct solvent process. There is also non-solvent-based process which includes the Swiss water process and carbon dioxide process. Organic solvents, carbon-based substances, are used to soak whole coffee beans for solvent-based processes and these chemicals extract the caffeine from the beans. The solvent used in this process is either methylene chloride or ethyl acetate. Water is used to soak whole coffee beans for non-solvent-based processes. In the Swiss water method, boiling water is used for the caffeine to dissolve. The beans are then filtered through activated charcoal, and after this there is very little to none caffeine left. In the carbon dioxide method, the water-soaked coffee beans are placed in a steel container and is sealed. Then liquefied carbon dioxide will be injected into the beans. The injected carbon dioxide dissolves the caffeine and draws them out of the beans. How does the Swiss water process work? This process is very easy to understand. It can be simplified into simple steps: soaking, filtering, reusing, decaffeination. The process starts by soaking a batch of beans in very hot water. In this part, the caffeine is already dissolved within the beans. The water used in soaking is drawn off of the beans, then the caffeine-rich water will go through a filter made of activated charcoal. This filter is porous enough to capture caffeine molecules while leaving other flavor molecules behind. After this, the filtered caffeine-rich water will be reused to soak another batch of coffee beans. But this time, the caffeine inside the beans will just move from the bean to the water instead of being dissolved. This way, the flavors present in the bean are preserved while being caffeine-free. How to choose best decaf coffee beans? Choosing the best decaf coffee beans isn't easy. You have to consider the coffee region and decaffeination process used, as well as the origin of the beans. In the case of coffee regions, you have to decide which of the region's taste characteristics suit you most. This way, you can be pleased with the decaf that you bought. For decaf process, it's always best to go for coffees that use Swiss water methods to decaffeinated their coffee. No chemicals are used in the process, which is why this method is usually preferred by many. Although if you want to opt for other coffees that used other methods, you can research more about each process and see for yourself which of them are better to go with. For buying decaf, make sure to keep an eye out for blends instead of single origin coffee beans. Blends usually consists a mix of other coffee region beans. This is highly recommended if you want to enjoy a smooth drink to mask the defects that the decaffeination process has done to the coffee. What's the point of coffee without caffeine? Decaffeinated coffee doesn't always mean that it is caffeine-free. It still has caffeine but in very little amounts since decaf is mild and mellow compared to regular coffee. Decaf is better appreciated by people who prefer a weaker taste and smell of coffee. How does coffee become decaffeinated? There are many ways for coffee decaffeination. Today there are 4 main processes that are used by companies to decaffeinate. Coffee becomes decaffeinated when the chemical present inside the beans, caffeine, is extracted. Means of extraction vary depending on the method used. Tired of watching through dozens of coffee reviews and still having trouble choosing the best coffee for you? Keep a lookout for our coffee reviews, which offer concise but accurate information for your convenience. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Give this video a thumbs up, it really helps with the channel to grow. Click that subscribe button and see you in the next video.